get going. So everybody get comfortable. Get into the position that you feel comfortable and good with. And begin to, just kind of move your shoulders a bit and relax and let any weight that you might feel that you're carrying on your shoulders, just kind of move that out and off of your shoulders and release it. And breathing in and breathing out. Watch the shift within your breath. How it becomes fuller and deeper within your body, within your mind, within your very being. And today's word is faith. You may choose to focus on that word, or you can go back to the I am, which takes us back to the center of our being, back to our heart. And we continue to breathe in the breath of life, the breath of love, the breath of the divine that circulates in, as, and through each and every one of us. And we give thanks for this new day of faith, this new day of expansion, of growth, of knowing ourselves in a new and wondrous way. And so whatever needs to be known this day as we continue on our journey together, it rises up and faces each and every one of us so that we might experience a deeper and greater faith. And so I give thanks for each and one of these individuals who has said yes to this process, yes to this spiritual practice. And so I just let this go, knowing it is done. And so it is. Amen.
So it is.
Amen.
Who would like to read our definition this morning on faith?
I will.
Thank you.
Definition of faith: the preceding power of the mind linked with the power to shape substance, spiritual assurance, the power to do the seemingly impossible.
Who's got the quote?
Spring,
Morning, Ron.
Good morning.
Who's got the quote?
spring,
Go for it, Spring.
faith without works is mere belief in a theory without having proved it to be true. Its opposite, active faith, is knowing from direct experience that a theory can be proved. It involves keeping heart high to the truth that God works in each and every one of us. Active faith is an inner knowing. It is real. It cannot die. We sometimes lose sight of it in stress, but it ever awaits to be rediscovered and for us to put it to work. Faith.
Terry, would you do the Bible for us?
Matthew 17, verse 20, Jesus said to them, because what?
You're fine. Go ahead.
Because of your unbelief, for truly I say to you, if there is faith in you, even as a grain of a mustard seed, you will say to this mountain, move away from here, and it will move away, and nothing would prevail over you.
And our reading this morning is from a book entitled Faith by Sharon Salzberg. In Pali, the language of original Buddhist texts, the word usually translated as faith, confidence, or trust is sadha. Sadha literally means to place the heart upon. To have faith is to offer one's heart or give over one's heart. The unbearable sequence of sheer happenings that had been my life began to come together in the teaching of the Buddha, and I was ready to place my heart upon those teachings. Perhaps I already had. The promise of happiness had touched a place within me so deep and unknown that what it had awakened there was wild, inchoate, primal. I recognize that now as the stirring of faith. In Pali, faith is a verb, an action. It is also in Latin and Hebrew. Faith is not a singular state that we either have or don't have, but is something that we do. We faith. Sadha is the willingness to take the next step, to see the unknown as an adventure, to launch a journey. Writer and philosopher John O'Donohue holds up the story of Arenas, hero of Virgil's epic poem about the founding of Rome, as an eracleptical journey of faith. When Uranus flies the battle of Troy, flees the battle of Troy, he has no idea of where he is going or what lies before him. On his way to do one thing, he finds himself blown by storm and fortune doing another. His ships and crews are battered, plundered, attacked, but guided by a faint yet compelling sense of mission. Again and again, he faces the unknown. Only when he has the courage to step into the darkness, as O'Donoghue depicts it, does the light to guide him to the next step reveal itself. Though we may repeatedly stumble, afraid to move forward in the dark, we have the strength to take that magnitude of risk because of faith. Today's affirmation is my faith keeps me centered and in harmony with myself. And today's practice is you decide what you're willing to release today. I'm not telling it. So pick one thing that you are willing to do without, whether it's the telephone, the computer, a cup of coffee, your favorite food, whatever it is, you pick what it is you're willing to do without today. And our opening statement for our journaling is faith has always, and go ahead and begin. And bring it to a close. Anybody have an aha moment in their writing that they're willing to share? Michael?
Faith has always and in all ways been the constant activity through which I am able to demonstrate the divine in my life. I have experienced both my momentary lack of faith, and that momentary lack of faith results in my unsettled feelings and experiences. When I have faith in my own ideas, those ideas continue to say to me, aha, aha. Faith has allowed me to create the abundant, loving, and cherished life and partners in this life. I am blessed I am blessed in faith, for it moves me to get in gear by letting go of uncertainties, calmly knowing the best is here now.
Anyone else?
Sure, I'll share a little bit.
Okay, Ron. It's nice to have you with us.
Thank you. Yes, I'm sorry I was a little bit late. I was using
Okay.
different phone numbers, but no problem. Okay, I wrote down faith has been elusive. In my early years, I lacked an appropriate understanding. In fact, the term faith just probably wasn't in my vocabulary. And perhaps I viewed it as a kind of religious dogma or some type of mental voodoo. Because I was limited in faith, I was lacking in power. No longer, though. The truth is, I have the power of knowing, and I demonstrate through beliefs in my own thoughts and actions. I equate faith with self-trust and power. And I can attest to the fact that when there's a lack in this area, poor choices are made, especially in examples of being reactive to things rather than being responsive to things. And I'm very grateful that through the years I've come to understand this and grown in faith and realize it's important in my life.
Mine just kind of struck me this morning. I'm going to share mine for a change. Faith has always been there with me, even when I didn't know it. I can't put my hands on it or touch it. It's just there nudging me on. Faith is like the silent words I hear in my mind. It's all right, Eileen. You can do this. Don't give up. Or it's the tears that flow as I lift the cup to my lips, ready to accept the blood of Christ into my body. Faith nurtures me. It pushes me. It won't let me stop when I'm ready to quit, exhausted from doing too much and muddled by confusion. Faith is what I learned at the knees of my mom and dad as they met each challenge head on. They always believed. So anybody else have one they'd like? Peggy, I saw your hand. Go ahead.
Faith has always carried me through. It is what helps me to take the next step. It is what makes me move toward a destination in spite of the perils of the journey and of not knowing how to get there. In fact, I may never arrive. I don't need to know the way or worry about what I might encounter along the way. It is the willingness to take the next step. And when I have taken that step, to open to guidance regarding the next, and then following that guidance and taking the next step. In the course, the destination might even change, and so I adjust the course. Moving through just one step at a time in faith makes the journey less daunting.
Wow.
This one just, I think, really kind of gave us a lot to think about, and probably will carry it hopefully through the day as we continue to ponder that word faith. If you did not, let me regress a second. If you did not get your email yet, I sent all of you a word. If you have not seen it, I wanted to give you as much time as I could. Nobody's on this week, but all I want you to do is, like, I read the story from this book this morning on faith. I think it's time for the rest of you to start sharing what sparks you when you read when you read a story about, the word that I've just kind of assigned you. And I just kind of went through and picked somebody for every week, or two for every week. So you've got plenty of time to find that story. It doesn't have to be long. It can be in the newspaper, but it's something that sparks you with that word. So I'll want to have the place that you found it, so that I can put it on the master list for everybody, and I'll continue to send those lists out to you each and every week. And any questions about that? Okay, super, Ron. I didn't put you on the list because you hadn't been with us, so I will add you to that list and give you a word.
Thank you.
And does anybody have anything else they would like to share? Because we've got a couple more minutes before we go into prayer.
I'd
Yes,
just
this
like
is
to-
Spring.
Spring, what?
I was going to talk about faith.
Okay,
if
go
that's
ahead
what
and
you were
share.
asking.
Yeah, share your writing.
My faith has always been full of mystery for me, but I've always had the ability to put myself in a type of trance, breathing through the pain, exploring, especially during dental procedures without anesthesia or a minimum of that. When I trance, quote, I am aware of pain, but visualize it only passing through me. And my breath has been the key to all of this. Believing in some power greater than myself, I have placed my burden, my pain, my stress, and ideas for my return to balance come to me through my breath, not through the denial of pain or stress or whatever, but by looking for the message there, but for the meaning in what I'm experiencing. The shifting focus or shifting sands is that ability to know unwaveringly that this too shall pass, and there is a light at the end of every tunnel, maybe with my next breath, and keeping my firm focus on what freedom from that pain or stress feels like. That's it.
Thank you. Amy, can I get you to treat us out today? Our practitioner to be?
Only because I need practice.
Well, we're
Thank you.
going to give it to you, Amy.
Thank you. Okay, join me in closing your eyes and relaxing into the presence of the divine, where we have been for the last few moments with each other. As we move forward in our day, move forward in faith, knowing that each person we meet is an individuated expression of the divine, as we are. They are mirrors that reflect back to us our faith, deep love, all the good that the divine has to offer. All that we are is reflected in everyone we meet. Our faith brings people to us that will teach us the lessons we need to learn today, as we have learned with each other in the last half hour. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for all of this. I'm grateful for the teacher, the teaching, the faith, the philosophy. I'm grateful. I release my word into law, knowing that it is true. It is so, it is done. Please affirm this with me by saying, and so it is.
And so it is.
So it is.
See everybody tomorrow.
Eileen,
Yes?
how did people get number 11?
What do you mean number?
Day
what do you-
11.
It was an email that came because number 11 was missing from the book.
So who did it come from? Was it front
Me.
office? Was it from Eileen? I
me.
don't think
It
I
came-
got it.
Okay, all right. I'll send it to you again, Peggy. No problem.
Okay, and I also want to apologize for being late.
It's okay.
Um,
Yeah, Peggy,
I don't know
Peggy, don't need to worry about it. People come and go as they can. We're not here to judge it.
It was
Let
an
it go.
internet thing, you know?
Let it go.
Okay.
We don't.
You're good.
I'll send it to you right now, Peggy.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Miss Crystal.
You're welcome. Have a beautiful day.
Will do. You too. It's going to be a gorgeous one.
I know. Real quick while we're on here.
Yes. And let me ask one question of Ron before he leaves. How's Sharon doing?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Yes. Some of the lessening of some of the meds and walking with her cane instead of the walker.
Yep.
And yeah, so feels much
Good.
better.
Okay.
Thank
Give her
you.
my love.
Okay, I will.
All righty. Bye-bye. What you need, Crystal?
I just want to prepare you for music for next Sunday, just to put that in your hopper and let it spin around.
Oh, gosh. It's a good thing you said something.
I know. So
I've got a
to
to-do list that is absolutely mind-boggling. And I've just literally been putting dates next to it. I got to have this done by this. This is the next chore. This is the next chore. This is the next chore. And I got so pissed yesterday because this gal that helps me with the class that I teach the Kenyans on the Bible,
Yeah.
she emails me on Saturday. And of course, I'm working on the Sunday lesson that I'm giving to New York yesterday. She emails me, she goes, when will I get the class agenda and the overhead or the PowerPoint? And all she does is run the computer. That's, I mean, all she does is flip through those and do that stuff. She doesn't teach or anything. And I said, sometime tomorrow. So then she starts texting me yesterday morning before I'm speaking, how soon will I get this? And I finally emailed her back and I said, or the first one texted her rather, I said, I had some challenges. I'll get it to you later today. And then she goes, computer problems? And I said, I'm in sermon preparation. She never contacted me again. Because I had to be online with them at about 8:15 in the morning. But it was just like, I'm under enough pressure. Don't leave me alone.
Yeah.
Because I'm the one that's teaching the class and I got to prep for this class and prep for what I do every morning at 7:00 in the morning.
I know. Yeah.
I just needed to say that, Crystal. I'm sorry. I was just so fucking pissed at her. It was like, leave me alone, lady.
You'll be fine. You're just sliding slides. That's it. Yeah. I totally feel you. I just want to give you plenty of time not to feel
I'm glad that you
pressure
said something because I hadn't even started to listen to music yet.
Yeah.
Because that can take a couple of hours for me to do the music.
right. That makes
Yeah.
sense. I know if you want it to really be like in sync, it's like, come on, where's the right song? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yep. Okay, my dear, thanks for reminding me. I'll put that on my to-do list.
Oh my goodness.